So this is Jekteviksbakken. This is one of the ports that's on the outskirts of Bergen. It's about a 5-10 minute walk. And you'll notice these scooters everywhere in Bergen. Just be careful with people ringing bells and whizzing past you on the quite chaos. The walk in this way is you're walking alongside the main road, so there's 2 lanes of traffic coming out of Bergen, so just be careful. It does get quite busy, obviously, during busier times in the evening, 5 o'clock. On the left there's an industrial estate, so there's not really much to see. On the right there's a university and a small shop if you need to go in there for what the water or something. As you're walking up here now, you see that the cars are turning right. That's one of the 3 ways to get into the city. It was the most straightforward way until they started some construction. So if you see up there, they've knocked the swimming pool down, and they're now building over there. So sometimes the walkways are closed, the pathways are closed, you can't go through there. So you're walking up. This is Wet Bergen. It's a nice little cafe to go in on your way there or on your way out. So it's a nice little area. This is. We start to see on the right hand side that there's the older buildings of Bergen start to come. As you see here on the left, there's Wet Bergen again, and it's quite a nice little place. This place now is normally full of hop on, hop off buses. There's probably 3 or 4 of them there. Probably people trying to save the trips. It is actually a good little trip, so it's worth it. There's also they give out free maps, which I would take. I would definitely recommend that. On the left here, there's a car park, but that's usually full of little market stores that sell you various memorabilia to go with Norway, flags and hats and things. This is the second way. This is another one. So if you walk up towards that red building in the background, right the way up, and zoom in here, you see there just before that building on the left, there's a turning. If you take that turn on the left, that will take you to the National Gallery, which is near the city. If you continue walking along here, you'll see there's a small little gallery on the left hand side. On the right hand side, there's a couple of nice little coffee shops. I think there's one French little bistro there that's really nice. We've got coffee in there and a croissant or something in the morning. If you keep walking around the city, you come to a gym on the left hand side, and then in front of you there's lots and lots of older buildings and the colourful buildings that you see dotted around Bergen. It's quite a nice place for looking at, and it's very photogenic. As you come around the corner on the left here, if you headed down that way, it's a dead end, but there are quite a few older buildings that are nice to see. But bear in mind, you can't go anywhere there. You have to come all the way back. So you walk up here, just be careful. This path does get very small. I say there's some of the older buildings. The pathway here does get very narrow as you're walking around the corner, and the cars do come round quite fast when it's rush hour. On the left, these are more of the older buildings of Bergen. You can actually walk in and out of there, going in and around the little lanes that are there. It's actually quite nice, very, very, as I say, photogenic. But just bear in mind that people do live here, so try and keep the noise a little lower. There's another little alleyway there. There's different alleyways and different things to see. So that's the way you've come. You just walked up this way, and as you get to here, you'll see there's a new guitar shop on there. Now, when you come around this bend, it's very narrow, so just be careful. If you look across there towards, you'll be able to see a big shiny building, which is the Sparbank. If you walk right to the top of that there, that's the National Theatre on the left-hand side. So this is where you've just come from, and this is where you need to be heading. At the top, there's the big shiny Sparbank building. And just head up to the top of that, and then on the left-hand side is the National Theatre. So we've just crossed in the zebra crossing there, across here, over towards the glass shiny building. There's 2 or 3 little crossings at once. You'll see the big shiny Sparbank building. It's actually quite a nice building. There's a lot of glass. It doesn't really fit in with the Bergen, but they've rejuvenated the area. So at the end of that is also a nice little bar and cafe that you can go and take a look at. As you walk up this little hill, on the left there's a couple of delicatessens. There's a antique shop, and there's probably one of the best kebab shops in Bergen. On the left there's a French delicatessen. I think it's only open Friday to Sunday. The antique shop's open obviously every day. We keep walking up. On the left hand side, like I said, there's an amazing kebab shop. You can sit there, and they've got a restaurant next door. So they make the food in the back, and obviously bring it next door. You can take it out a little takeaway and the pizza in. burgers and things like that. So as you head up this place now, that's the kebab shop there on the left. A small little convenience store as well. It's like a 7-Eleven. It's not a 7-Eleven, but it's like a 7-Eleven. As you keep walking up, you'll see the white building at the top. That's where we're headed to. If you came the other way, the other two directions, you'd actually come along the right-hand side here, and you'd kind of join at the same time at the top. So if you did go the other two ways, you'd be coming up the side of the road on the right-hand side, that way, that comes up to here. And then across there is the National Theatre. When I'm crossing, that's the direction you would have come. If you're coming one of the other 2 or 3 different directions, you would have kind of met there. So over this road now, if you look back towards yourself, that's the shiny building the road just came up. And on the left-hand side here is the National Theatre. The right-hand side here, they're really nice buildings. There's also a very nice restaurant there, the green one called Engen. They do steak and fries. It's really fantastic. As you keep walking up here now, you'll see on the left-hand side, this is the National Theatre. We're on the side of it. There's regular plays and things on over there all the time. It is a really nice building, so it's definitely worth stopping here for 5 or 10 minutes and taking a look around. And it's very photogenic. It's quite beautiful, especially in the sun. It's fantastic. So as you walk along here, you'll start seeing the older buildings. You're literally on the outskirts now of the main city. It's probably a 3 or 4 minute walk now to the main city. You're walking along here. There's various ways you can go. You can keep walking along and Grove and there, and it's actually a nice place. There's loads of little bars, restaurants, cafes, shops, all kinds of things. As you're coming to the park here, so the National Theatre on your left. If you walk round to the front of the National Theatre through this little park, you're basically in the main city there. As you're coming through here, it's a beautiful little park. In the summer, there's people sunbathing everywhere because it gets the sun pretty much most of the day, and it's a different kind of sun in Bergen. I don't know if you've been here in the summer. It feels a lot hotter than anywhere else, strangely. So that's the beautiful National Theatre there. As you're walking around these gardens, the gardens are kept in pristine condition all the time. You see the flowers there. They do spend a lot of time pruning them and treating them, and it does look fantastic. It is really nice to see. And that's the National Theatre. So then, this is a quick look at the garden again, but then when you turn around, you go back down here, down to the flowers, the beautiful flowers. We come to the bottom of Engen, the areas of Engen, and you're literally in the city now. So you look around, that's the beautiful National Theatre. Cross over the road, and you come to there's like a grassy, flowery area that goes down to the Blue Stone. So at the bottom of there, that's basically the centre of Bergen. So it's not a long walk. It's a fairly short 5-10 minute walk, but it's a little bit tricky if you go the wrong way. So this is the beautiful garden that goes down to the bottom. In the summer, there's people in the garden sunbathing and just enjoying life. On the left and the right, there's some bars and restaurants. It's once the weather clears up a little bit, it's bustling with life, and it's quite a nice place to be around here. There's a good vibe to it. The food's really good here, and the smells and that is really vibrant in the summer. So it's very nice. So head down here now. You get to there's MM on the left. The 9th floor is MM Atmosphere. It's a fantastic bar. Great views around Bergen. It's really vibrant in there. They've also got a nightclub and a restaurant in there. So the entrance to the 9th floor is just before, and the entrance to the restaurant and the bar and the nightclub is just around the side where these people are going now. So now as we come here, we're at the end of the gardens. This is where the National Theatre at the top. A beautiful garden here. It's maintained really well. And when you turn around, you'll see the Blue Stone. That's basically the central meeting point for everybody in Bergen. Everybody will meet at the Blue Stone, So if you ever get lost, just ask for the Blue Stone. You look to the left, there's Torgallmanningen, where there's all the shops, McDonald's, Galleria Shopping Centre, there's H&M and places like that here. And then right at the very end of there is the fish market, the Briggen, and just a little bit further up is the entrance to Floyd Bonnet. Enjoy, hope this helps. Thank you.